Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to create a table in your Spatial lite data accompanied with the files like vector data in it. So for instance, I have a Spatial lite file already, SQLite created here, Kilaini. So if you want to create a table, you just have to right click here, this data, the SQLite, then new table. So for instance, my table, I'll give it a name. For instance, I'll say like roads. Then I'll just add field, the name, road. Okay, I'll just road, yes, roads. Then I'll add field here. Then it will specify now just the name of the table, the field name. So the first field name we'll call road number, for instance, road number. Then type, if it's a blob, the binary object, or it's a text or string. For my case, I know this is an integer. Then I'll add another field. This is, for instance, road name. Then we obviously know this is a text string. Okay, then I add another field, the last one, which I can call it maybe, for instance, geometry. Then you can choose here, maybe blob, can give it blob, or let me change another name, for instance, maybe road class. Yeah, road class, this is a text. So for instance, this is an example. And geometry type, so because it's a line, that means it's a multi-line. So you need a column name called geometry. So automatically geometry will be created after specifying the geometry type. So then the CRS you can change. If you want to change here, you can click any CRS. For my case, I'll leave this by default, which is 4326 W64. Then create a spatial index, make sure this is checked. Then another thing here, you can always like create this one. If you want to take this up, you see road class can come before road number, or you can take it down. For instance, road name, I'll give it should come first, then road number, then road class. So after having such a thing and customizing, you can put comments here, the precision, for instance, of the text precision. You can write precision. If there is a numerical like decimal number, you can put precision, text, or whatever. So after finishing, just press OK. So now you have your table. It will give a message here, new table created, roads. So when you expand here now, you have your table here. Okay. So now, looking at this one is the layer which I've just created, roads, and the fields are this one. You can always cross-check these fields. You see PK, this is the primary key, and the geometry, the road name, the road number, and the road class. So now you want to add, like to draw actually something so that you can see something. So I'll just prefer to open strip map, then zoom where it is, because I'm doing this work in Tanzania, somewhere in Morogoro. So I'll try to zoom somewhere and just digitize the road here in cities, in the Morogoro town center. Okay, so for instance, I want to digitize some roads here. So what I'll do now, after having this, then I'll just go to my Spatial lite here. Then in order to have this to make this active, you need to right click, then add layer to project. So by clicking add layer to project, that means automatically the layer will be shown here in your map canvas. So in order to have it active, that means you need to select, then press a pencil here, or you can always right click, then press it here, toggle editing. So by having it here, now you're good to go. You have all the digitizing toolbars on your table, like on your plate. Then you can start by just creating this one, add line feature. So for instance, the road I'm going to digitize it. So for instance, this one here. So I'll just make sure it follows the path because I'm doing it. Yeah. For instance, I'm assuming this one is it. Then end somewhere here. Then after finishing, then press right click. Then the PK, it will be able to generate the road name. You can call it, for instance, getter. Then road number, maybe 26333. Then the road class, for instance, it's text data. I can write collector. Feeder road, sorry. Feeder road. So after finishing, then press OK. That means this is already been shown here on a map. So you can have another one, for instance, if it's this one here, you can just digitize it, another one road. So it finishes, just right click, same, for instance, this is also a feeder, road number 3601, then the road name, get 2. So that's as an example. So you have your two roads. So if you're comfortable with it, then you can just, you have to save the changes. So now you have your roads all on the map. So like this, you can just do some fine editing by just make sure you have those snapping options and have good visual of your road. So something like that. So this is the way of actually creating your spatial light database table and making it available for road and digitizing and give it geometry. So thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe for more videos.